Let's just pretend that I don't look like Bieber circa 2013. I just know people in public think I look crazy because my nails are always like over the top and the rest of me looks like this. I like never wear makeup or, get ready, but my nails look like I'm ready to go to the Met Gala. Hello, how the heck's it going? Today I'm going to be trying to show my pride spirit and doing something super original. I've decided to do a set of rainbow jelly ombre nails. This will be the first time I'm doing jelly nails because, to be honest, they weren't, I was a skeptic, okay? I'll say it. But also, I would recommend just trying them. They make you think of candy whenever you look at them, so it's kind of hard to hate them. No jelly polish? No fear. Simply mix some base coat or top coat with any of your colors to make them a little bit more translucent. On my left hand, I attempted a 6-color ombre with these jelly colors from iGel Beauty. I know it might look like a lot went into these nails, but everything kind of works in your favor. Like I said, jelly colors mix together super easily, and the colors of the rainbow naturally flow into one another, so it's kind of a win-win. If you want to see how I applied these nails, I'll leave that link in the upper right corner and the description below. I started with red at the cuticle on this first nail here, but I learned my lesson quickly. I would definitely recommend starting with your tip color so you avoid the polish running into your cuticle by the time you're done applying all the colors. I attempted blending with an ombre brush, and although it worked, I definitely think it was too big for the job. If you're doing fewer colors or even just these on a longer nail, it might be okay, but for something like this, it's overkill. I ended up switching over to the detailer brush I used to apply the colors. I repeated that process on the rest of the nails on this hand, and the only thing I didn't like about the first nail was the green color. I thought it was just a little bit too light so that you could see too much of my nail through it. On these ones I switched to the darker green shade, but I found it way harder to blend, so after experimenting with both of them I ended up just mixing the two of them together, and I think it gave the perfect shade, so I did have to go back to the index finger and fix that one, but it was worth it in the end. What you see me applying to the nail right now is just the color out of the bottle. It's the emerald green, the darker color, and then I go in later when I'm blending and kind of mix the two together. Another thing I learned doing these is I was using way too much polish. I'm so used to doing traditional, non-jelly ombres, and you need a lot more polish to do those because with an ombre brush it tends to remove a lot of the polish, but with these, since they blend together so easily, you really don't need as much and you'll avoid getting it all over your skin. Another tip is if you have a color like this green shade, which is a little bit more pigmented and definitely darker than a lot of the other ones, I would definitely recommend applying that color in a thinner band because you'll find when you blend it, it will end up taking up too much of the nail. Because the pigmentation is that much stronger, it tends to spread and bleed into the other colors a little bit too much, especially when it's next to a very light color like the yellow. You can kind of see how when I'm blending here, the green interferes with the yellow a little bit. They don't blend together as nicely as the yellow and the lighter green. So what helped with that is loading my brush with the lighter green color and then going back to blend it a little more, and it helps soften the transition. But it's really as easy as that. You just take your little brush and tickle those fingers of yours until you like how it looks. Here's how they look like when they're all blended. I feel like the colors pop a lot more in person and they kind of look very similar on camera. But looking at them in person, you can really see all the individual colors. Just trust me, okay? They look cute. My right hand will also be a rainbow, but this time we're going to do a vertical rainbow across all of the nails. This ombre is even easier than the other hand, so if the other one seems a little bit out of your comfort zone, give this one a try. But honestly, I'm pretty confident that most people could achieve this. I just wanted to mention that I know you can see a little bit of gel that kind of seeped over the free edge on a couple of my nails, but it's okay because we got a little trick up our sleeve so we can hide that, because jelly nails are not exactly forgiving, so you kind of want to make sure the underneath of your nails looks just as tidy as the top. For the vertical ombre design, you don't really have to think too hard about the first coat. Just apply your colors as usual and blend them in the middle using the detailer brush again. The first coat is just there to establish the gradient, while the second color is more about making the colors pop. But on the second coat, I like to apply the polish a little bit thicker on the very edges. I think it makes the rainbow effect stand out a lot more, because I found when I first did it, it didn't really look like there were two separate colors. Because the jelly colors are so translucent, it's nice to have that little extra opacity right along the edge.
Some things are not the same as they were a year ago, but all will be okay. I move on each and every day. The past is where it stays, way back a year ago. I've changed for the better this time. I thought I would never be fine. I strive just to say I'm alright, and for the first time in a long time I'm alright. I've seen a lot of change, been through a lot of pain. Some things are not the same as they were a year ago, but all will be okay. I move on each and every day. The past is where it stays, way back a year ago.
Once I did 2 coats on these beauties, I decided to go underneath the nails and fix the appearance of the gel you could see that seeped out during application. This trick only really works if you only have a little bit of seepage. If you have a big clump under there, you might need to go in and file a little bit of it off before you do this. But essentially all you need to do is flip your nail upside down, take some top coat, and fill the gap between the gel that seeped over your natural nail and the gel X tip. This will mask that unsightly line and basically make it invisible from the top side. To finish this off, I'm just taking some shimmering snow and applying it all over all of the nails to tie everything together and add a bit of sparkle. Not that I wasn't happy with mine, but if you for some reason aren't satisfied with the blend you created, this also helps mask any little imperfections that might be there. Don't be too concerned though if they're not perfectly blended, because honestly, once you get a top coat on there, it makes everything look so much smoother. Or worst case scenario, you cover it up with some bling or some nail art, some stamping maybe. Because honestly, these would make a really cool base for a lot of nail art. Lastly, just slather some top coat on there, and here's the finished set. Made it to the end of this video. I'm flattered. Thank you. Stop. Like, it can make me blush. Don't forget to give this video a like if you liked it, and subscribe if you want to hang out with me again. Don't forget to give a little today.